Hi, I'm Adam Winch with Defenders USA. Hey, the reason for this video is I've signed up for the Active Self-Protection Instructor Certification course. It's the first one Active Self-Protection, or ASP, has put on. And I signed up for it. I think it's going to be one of the best instructor training courses one can go to. In fact, I think it's going to probably become the hallmark or the benchmark of firearms training here in the U.S., especially for the civilian market. And I'm just looking forward to this. I've been a certified fire instructor for some time through several different organizations, and I'd say one of them pretty good. I think this is going to surpass that and others by a million different miles. So I'm lucky to be able to be one of the plank owners. I mean, this is the first time they've done this, and putting it together, and there's just some incredible people behind it, and I just wanted to be able to join that thing and, more importantly, learn. It's a big course. I think it's 6 months long. There's going to be tons of reading, a whole bunch of writing, pondering, debating, video conferencing, I think video classroom, that type of thing. And then ultimately it's going to culminate after 6 months going down to the Active Self-Protection headquarters, it looks like, for the final phase of this live with other students and the instructors. So there's several things that are asked for in here. One, I need to make a 5-minute video explaining why I want to be a part of this and answering some questions. So that's one of the things here. One of the other parts of this is that I need 2 of my former, maybe current, ongoing students who are willing to speak to my improvements, or to the improvements they experienced through going through some of my courses. So if you want to be one of those 2 people, I'd sure appreciate that. Send as many as you want. And then I need another certified firearms instructor who can speak to my professional competency. So guys, girls, if you help me out there, I'd appreciate it. And then also I need a member of my community to speak to my personal character. I think I'm going to get butchered there. But if somebody wants to, I'd sure appreciate it. I can take a letter of recommendation in that area too. So let me go into kind of what they're asking at Active Self-Protection. One, tell us about yourself. So my name again is Adam Winch. I'm with Defenders USA. That's my company. And been running Defenders USA as a defensive training company, which includes firearms. A defensive training company for, I think on a full-time basis, for about 6 years now. And I ran it kind of as a part-time basis on the side as a police officer for some years before actually taking it full-time. But with Defenders and through our training courses we've trained thousands upon thousands of people in all sorts of aspects, much of that firearms. But we also do a lot of corporate training courses, say situational awareness, active shooter type response, TAC medicine, to firearm stuff ranging literally from basic handgun, concealed carry courses, all the way up to say long-range precision sniper courses. I mean, we've trained anywhere from Grandma Good Cookies all the way up to special operations snipers. So we've done a whole gamut in the firearms world. But before that, before Defenders USA, police officer with the city of Grand Junction in Grand Junction, Colorado, and did that for a little over 10 years, 10.5 years or so, and was a patrol officer for the vast majority of that time, and then became an instructor with the police department on the SWAT team, street crimes unit, and just absolutely loved it. But did that for a while, and then also was with the U.S. Army. So started out in the U.S. Army as a military police officer in what they call the L&O division, Law and Order division, and that got boring. So kind of moved to more of the tactical world of things there. So for those of you who know what I'm talking about, SRT, QRF, PSD, blah, 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 whatever other acronym that's out there for some of the stuff. And then became an instructor in the military, literally training from raw recruits all the way up to higher ends in the military, and just truly enjoyed that. Went off to a military college for a while once I hit college age. Before that, I grew up as a missionary kid in West Africa, so I'm still working on my English. But that's a little bit about me. Some of the questions they ask in here that I need to explain on the video is, what is your personal mission as a fire instructor? So as a firearms instructor, I want to train people to better defend themselves, right? To not just understand the aspects of taking a gun and using it, handgun, rifle, whatever it may be, but also to understand the gravity behind the use of a handgun. And right, the defense of life is not a easy thing in the sense that you're just punching holes in target, right? When you get into a true fight for your life, that's a hard thing, right? Any monkey can shoot, but learning how how to shoot well under stress, and then not only be able to use the gun in an efficient, very safe manner for you and for those who don't deserve a gun to be used against them, but also efficient safety, but also to prepare the head and the heart for the massive aftermath that comes. If you've ever been in the fight of your life and you go into the court system and you deal with the medical effects afterwards and even the emotional stress that comes to those type of things, it's actually a pretty big thing. And so one of the goals for me as a firearms instructor is to, or one of the missions is to prepare people for the moment of that use of the gun in a manner that's so efficient, that works well with what the body does naturally under stress, but it's also safe for themselves and others, but also to survive the humongous aftermath that comes, that, emotional, spiritual, just on and on, all the aspects that are there. I want to prepare people for that, so when that day comes, they survive it and also maybe don't drown their lives in anger or sorrow, the bottle, beating the husband or the wife, harassing themselves even, whatever it may be, so they can survive this and just go on and live a happy life that they deserve. One of the other questions is, why do you want to instruct? Well, that's part of the reason, right? To impact people, to grow people, to see that light of learning come on their eyes and know that they got the concepts and the message there, but also to grow that personal skill with the firearm or maybe in other areas that I teach, and just watch them grow, become better. So to me, that's truly a calling, and I just enjoy instructing, and I'm just grateful for the chance to be able to teach. One of the other questions is, what are your goals in the ASP instructor development course? For me, one of I guess the main goals is really to be stretched, to be challenged, to grow, to learn things I don't know. And I know a few things, but I'd say it probably fills a thimble. There's a vast ocean of knowledge out there, and I want to be able to sit at the feet of masters and to learn and to find better, more efficient ways to communicate to others and to grow others, and to just grow my skill set as an instructor so I can impact others too. Another question on there is, why are you pursuing these goals? Well, kind of answered there. I don't want to stay static in what I know and what I've done. I mean, I've done some things. A lot of people have done far more than I have. But I don't want to just build on what I know now, right? I mean, I don't want to be stagnant. I want to change and grow and modify and continually improve what I do. I mean, so much in technology and firearms and even human learning, the psychology of it all has evolved over time, and I want to continually challenge myself to catch up in those areas, to learn more, and I think I can get that through this program. I've done some other programs, and I can tell you from what I read of this type of thing, this is going to be one great and challenging program. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so grateful for the chance to be one of the first people to go through the ASP instructor course. So I'm just appreciative of that. So for those of you, if you're willing to give me some of those letter recommendations I mentioned at the very first, I'd really appreciate that. Get a hold of me soon if you will. I've got to submit those soon. And in the meantime, I'm looking forward to a real challenge so I can maybe help others better. Thank you. Adam Winch, Defenders USA.